I want to tell you something. If you want to do something that you want to be successful in, I think the best way is to advance something that may be small or may be of anyhow or scale. That thing I think you have advanced is going to help you to identify the mistakes and remove them. You advance something, then you rectify mistakes from it and make the second one more brilliant than the first one, and the third one as well. It may be that you may make it to be more fine than the first and the second, which means we may both of us agree that a witness is more important. Someone who is going in front of you as a witness is more important in development of the second coming one. So the other thing that we can give example with is the parent. The parents come, and when they come, they give birth to you. When they give birth to you, it may be that as a child, you see some of the things that they go through, and most of the time it may be that you make it your passion to come to dismantle things which were unbearable or were not acceptable when you grow, seeing your parents growing within that environment or doing things of such nature. So I'm saying colonialism may have advanced, or Roman Empire may have advanced with English, which may have said some of the things in a certain manner. But from their advancement, we can, I think, learn from them that it is possible that the whole world may be ruled from common source. We may take them as our witness who advanced forward before us and done things. So from their system, the way they were doing things, we can correct some of the things which were wrong in their advancement without criticizing them. We can change some of the things which were wrong. Like I'm saying, I think when they advanced, they were using, or they were adopting, a correct way of doing things. I'm not saying entirely, but most of the ways which I've mentioned I think I've mentioned some few ways. So where they have made mistakes, I think we can stand up and identify those mistakes and rectify them and advance forward to build a system which create an environment that accept us all. For example, most of us across the globe, I think we speak English, and I think it is acceptable to us. And I think what the Romans, it may be that they are the ones who built English. The thing that made them to obtain success in building English, I think it is because they were following the inner sound, the inner saint, the E sound, which is the integral sound of all. They were in the interest of the whole humanity than themselves. I think we can review and look into the nature of Romans. Why is their tradition acceptable to all? And I think still the traditions of the tradition of Romans is I think is practiced almost all across the globe, and by what we have seen, or by what I'm saying, we can have a conclusive evidence that the tradition of Romans is having a nature of humanity that is acceptable to most of the people across the globe. And this made it to be evidently so, to be the one that can be the one that can be crowned. Like I'm saying, they have been following an independent sound of humanity, which is the integral sound of the universe. I think this brings forth the evidence of the form of humanity that is held within the tradition of Romans, without disputing colonialism. Yes, I think you can dispute colonialism, but make the true basis. From which point of view are you fighting colonialism? In this context, I'm not necessarily speaking about colonialism, but I'm just speaking about, I want to identify the independent humanity, which I think Romans reflect. Why? Because their culture is reflected across the globe effortlessly, if I'm not mistaken. If people can follow certain way of living without much of disturbance, it means that culture is maybe emancipating to the humanity as a whole. So what I want us to zoom in and look into Romance traditions and look and see is identify things which we share as them, part of the humanity which we share with them, which is acceptable to us and to them, and build it as the image that we may put in place and crown it as the single humanity that can rule all over. If they've made the mistakes, we can identify them and take them out. You understand? And if we have something that is more transparent than what they have built, we can put that in place as well, so that we can put a clear, transparent image of humanitarian that can rule the whole universe without disturbance.